Oh, Suki now. It's episode 4.
Oh, Suki now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been a minute.
It has.
It's been a week.
We're drinking a Malibu cocktail.
We are drinking Malibu cocktails.
You want to do your thing?
Yes.
You looking at the camera?
Malibu cocktail. Give us a call. With the check offer. That'd be nice. Rum peach punch. Okay. Yes, for the ASMR girlies. Love it. Okay.
Good. Cheers.
Cheers. To episode 4. Okay.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's my favorite one so far.
No, I still like my cheap wine.
Bellinger, who gives a shit?
Behringer.
Who?
Behringer.
Okay,
child. Cut ass, get it right.
Child.
But we'll endorse whoever wants to give us money and isn't incredibly right wing.
Right. Right. My God.
If there's a line, I can kind of get down with that line, not too right wing, like Kari Lake, nah.
Yeah, we don't want Kari Lake. We don't want I almost said something that we.
Is that what had to have been edited out? Man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. So,
I'm finally getting into the groove of editing the show.
That's good.
And it kind of moving quickly in the data management. This is kind of a different style of.
Also, let's take a moment. I think it's worth saying that you do, just to hype you up for a moment. Take a moment and let the people know that I'll let the people know that you do the editing of this show. So the talent starts with him, honey. Oh. I'm just here to talk shit and look okay while I'm doing it.
Oko brings the wine and the cue
and the
cards.
Talk. Yeah, the cue cards.
Cue cards. And I move the ship.
You do move the ship. And while we're moving, let's start.
Yes.
All right. So Joe Biden recently said that he would not be even running. I suppose he would not be seeking re-election if Trump wasn't the presumptive nominee.
That's racism? Is what I think that is?
Explain why.
Well, because he's saying, I don't think that Kamala can take on Trump. And I think that my geriatric ass is more suited for the job. Dementia and all.
That's an interesting take. I hadn't thought of it like that.
That's kind of what I hear when I think
So you think it's like a dismissive and overlooking her?
Yes, wholeheartedly.
Right, because
and that there's no other candidates who could take on president. He thinks that the only person in America that can take on Donald Trump is him.
Right. So what he should be saying to you is, he should be saying, I suppose, that even if I wasn't going to take him on, Kamala could.
Yes.
Right. And that's not what he's doing.
That's not what he's doing. He's saying, because he could, but Joe Biden could sit his old ass down. People would be very excited for not Trump. This would be a perfect time for Kamala to run because Kamala isn't the most likable candidate, but she's better than Trump. However how many, so this is.
Yeah, it's not even a comparison. She's definitely better than Trump, and she could get the job done.
What if they both died and it was Kamala versus Nicki?
Oh, God. We voting for Kamala, but
this is true.
Here is my next question about Biden. Just to spend just one more minute on him. What do you think Biden have to do to get reelected? From your position in society as a citizen of America, what does he have to do today to get reelected? Because you always hear, and we hear that, because we know people, and we know people who have said that they're not voting or that he haven't done enough.
Sure.
So what does Joe Biden have to do for good old you in order to get reelected?
Cancel that student debt he said he was going to cancel.
Okay.
That'd be great.
All right.
And I think that would get Joe Biden reelected.
Quickly. I will say that what he needs to do is because he made a stump promise where he literally said on his campaign when he won that night, he said, "Black people, you guys have done for me, and I'm not going to forget you."
He ain't done shit.
I haven't. I can't quite point to what he's done for black people.
He's done absolutely nothing.
I mean, I know that we voted for him, and I also know that we went out in droves.
It's not to say that a lot of people didn't do. A lot of people you vote for don't do shit for you. Not to.
That's true, but like he specified, I won't forget you, basically. Mm-hmm. So that would be my thing. I would be Joe. You and Kamala, take your asses to the fish fries, call the churches. But don't just call and do like you do every election cycle.
You call only during the election
show
cycle.
what you fucking have done.
You actually only show up during the election cycle. That's when you I still don't know if I forgive Southern Black people for voting for Joe Biden over Bernie Sanders. I still don't know if I forgive that decision because Joe Biden fucking sucks. And I think that was the center choice. That was maybe the safe choice.
It was,
and I understand that Black people, particularly older Black people,
they're very pragmatic,
have to
and
make
practical.
the safe choice.
Yes, because they haven't had the opportunity to just make any choice. So we always have to be mindful that our grandparents haven't always been able to dream big, even though you were told to dream big. It was almost like not only fucking be careful and be grateful for what you have, but also accept what I'm giving you. And that's the thing that I think ultimately is for our downfall. But I think that it does get you in the day by day. Like our grandparents, people that we know of an older generation, they were voting for Joe because, my grandmother verbatim told me that the reason she did not vote for for Bernard Sanders was because she felt like his philosophy was too pie in the sky. It was a little too big. Healthcare for all? Really? That it would never happen. And I think that was
her phrasing.
That was her phrasing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was a very big consensus with Bernie Sanders. And that was some of the reason that people voted for him. So you answered it about what you think Biden should do?
I think if Biden needed to do anything, if there's something that seemed to be in Biden's control that he could probably do before the election was done, was figure out how to get rid of that money that he said he was going to get rid of.
But then you got to weigh into the Supreme Court because it did go to the Supreme Court and they overruled. Remember that went to the Supreme Court.
I don't think it went to the Supreme Court. I don't think it got there.
No,
yet.
I think they voted on it. That was the part of it. They chose to not. They either dropped it to lower courts. We'll edit this out if we just completely.
Yeah, it was
But I'm pretty sure it went to the Supreme Court and they overruled it, which is what his argument is that I did it and the court system kicked it back out. That's why they're saying that we don't have it.
All I know is that if the Dems want to run the ticket, they need to figure out how to get rid of that student fucking debt.
All right. Amen. That's that. That was our political moment.
Yeah.
All right. So you're ready. I'm going to read you an excerpt.
Okay.
From a article that was titled "The Silence is the Loudest Part," a review of Renaissance.
The silence is the loudest
That's
part?
what the title was.
Oh, God.
I will not say this person's name.
No, say their fucking name. They wrote the article.
I don't know how to say it, so I don't want to say
what's
it.
The name? Let me see it.
Let me find the tweet.
Man, let me see. We gonna say their name.
Child, you know me. I don't even know.
If I'm out here having to talk about it, we gonna say their
Say her name because people are talking about it. I just didn't even know how to pronounce it. Not that I even give a shit.
He said we're not gonna say her name.
Not that I give a shit, but people. All right, where's this woman's name? Okay, say that. Angelica, what's that B word? Just look at the top of that.
Angelica Bastian.
Okay, Angelica Bastian. So I'm going to read this excerpt.
Bastian.
Yeah. And she's getting a lot of heat. She's getting a lot of people are taking up for it, but
the silence is what's the title of this stupid thing?
The title was The Silence is the Loudest Part of Renaissance of Film. So let me read the excerpt.
First of all, there is no silence in that movie.
Let me read the excerpt. Like the album, okay, and this is her quote. Like the album and tour with which it shares a name, Renaissance of Film by Beyonce seeks to be a celebration of Black queer joy. From the start, Beyonce preaches her desire to create a safe space. Renaissance means a new beginning, she says. It's a balm after all we've been through in the world. But what exactly is she referring to? The onslaught of death and illness brought on by the continuing pandemic? The aim and the laws aimed at criminalizing trans children and adults? Question. The rising misogyny, homophobia, and anti-Blackness that leads to grave violence? Question. The various ongoing genocides? Question. Beyonce gives us no context for what she's referring to or how it touches the shores of a life dominated and driven by the kind of wealth that insulates her from harm. Her words reflect broadly liberal pablum meant to give the appearance of care and mean just enough that her fans...
Liberal what? I'm sorry, you're talking a little too... The quote's a little long.
Liberal pablum. Pablum.
Okay, I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. Meant to give the appearance of care and mean just enough that her fans can project radicalness upon her, but
This
not
is too long. Okay,
Yeah, but wait,
I'm
almost a sentence in. Let me finish the sentence. I'm going to say it again because we're going to
You're
give
gonna
her the
start this
sentence.
over?
No,
Oh,
just let me
God.
finish the sentence. You didn't let me get through the
I'm
last
sorry.
damn sentence.
I'm like.
You're gonna be able to tell how you feel. We're gonna drag her.
Psychobabble.
Yeah, but let me finish this sentence. It's not that long. You can listen. Her words reflect broadly liberal pablum meant to give the appearance of care and mean just enough that her fans can project radicalness upon her, but not so much that she would ruffle anyone enough for her to lose money or be forced to stand for something. End of quote. So, wait, I did not see it. So I can't speak to that, but I did want to start with that because
I have to. You just said a million words.
Yeah,
so
but you're going to.
Let me respond to the million words you said before you add more to them.
Okay.
Okay. Using a bunch of words. I hate when people who have degrees use just a bunch of big words for the sake of using big words, just for the sake of like to sound smarter, because the argument is bullshit. So Beyonce has to be on top of being the singer, the dancer, the entertainer, the moving all these pieces, the businesswoman, the wife, the mother, besides all these things she has to be, she now also needs to be the spokesman for the UN and the fucking she needs to now she has to now her job is to become a politician. She's supposed to that's not what the fuck she does. That's not this woman who does whatever it is that she the fucking does, write bullshit articles.
She's a writer. I don't know if she write bullshit articles, but she's a writer.
I said so she writes articles with big words to sound smart, where she's actually just making a incoherent argument.
And Beyonce
has a GED. Okay, I love her. Beyonce is not about to sit out here and talk and give us books about the issues of what's going on in Gaza and give us speeches about what the fuck is about trans rights advocates and what isn't happening. She's just talking because having Beyonce as the center of your article gives you clicks. That's it. That's all that is. So I was just the reason it wasn't like I was just like, wow, like this is just like a long fucking quote that's just like extra words and it's still going. Oh my God. It's like, I'm like, she's using words. I have an English degree. You read a bunch of books. She's using words we do not know. That is just using big words for the sake of using big words. Because if we do not know what that word means, most of the people watching do not know what that word means.
Well, don't underestimate our audience.
I'm not even trying to. I'm not saying that the audience isn't smart.
Yeah, some of them know we know some friends who know what that fucking word means.
But I'm saying right now,
let's settle down. Let's drag this bitch.
No,
don't drag
I'm
our
not
audience.
dragging our audience. What I'm saying
they
is
know
that
words.
I didn't say that the audience doesn't know words. What I'm saying is that us not knowing what I don't like that.
All right, so tell us your opinion.
I just said it.
No, hush. Tell us what you thought about Renaissance. Say that now. You done said the shit now. Talk.
Renaissance was great. I really liked the movie. The movie was cool. My favorite part of the movie was just there's a moment where they pause out of the concert. They kind of give the behind the scenes of actually everything that is going on, and everything that Beyonce's she's like I've got it. She's like I've got a band. There's stylists, there's hair people, there's technicians, there's lighting, there's cooking, there's chefs, there's bus drivers, there's dudes hanging lights, there's dudes doing this, and electricians, and da-da-da, and gaffers, and all this stuff, and just kind of spotlighting the machine that making that show and making that tour really is. She mentioned how there was 3 sets that are traveling around. There are 3 sets moving at all times. So there's and just she was really giving the behind a behind the scenes on actually how to move this thing. And I thought that was really, really dope. And so when I think about that quote from that lady, I'm like Beyonce's doing all the many fucking things that the woman is doing. She now also needs to be doing that.
I hear that.
It's exhausting. It's
well, I think exhausting. That I read the article, haven't seen the film yet. I think that the article was.
I need to up the level on my mic real quick. Hold on.
You can do what now?
Keep talking.
Oh, I think the article was it missed the mark because if you read the totality, and it goes on for a while, she clearly don't like Beyonce. That's just the truth. Of course. And I said this to a friend when she sent me the article. If you're gonna write a hit piece,
couldn't like Beyonce.
If you're gonna write a hit piece, though, pull the trigger, bitch. Write the hit piece.
Come for some Like,
write the hit piece. Like, if you read the whole article, she's very like, and you couldn't see the actual quote, which is why I was saying question, because she's not saying this stuff definitively. She's question mark. Tell us how you fucking feel. And when you tell me how you feel, either I can say, fuck you, I don't agree, or say I agree.
He's like asking just a bunch of like arbitrary questions.
That's it. And that was my biggest issue with it, was that I feel like if you're going to write the hit piece, and listen, hit pieces serve their purposes.
Sure.
If you're going to write it, lady. But don't hide behind questions when clearly you do have a clear perspective about this woman. Because she even talks about Beyonce's motherhood. She kind of, it's not nice to me. But then I've also read people say that
I hate giving platform to people whose opinions I really don't agree with.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even give her a platform if she doesn't have any credibility. She does have credibility. As a writer. She's a real serious writer.
Bunch of people are writers.
Yeah, but she's a serious writer with a very valid opinion who write a lot of good think pieces. She just wrote one that we are talking about, which is fine.
Sure.
Yeah, this is not a world, or this is not a podcast that we don't write. Okay, we doing the opposite, bitch. You should have wrote something better. Hello? That's it. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, that was that. You saw it. You liked it.
I did. I liked it.
Any other points or things you want to make about the film?
A little long. About 15 minutes longer than I wanted it to be.
I actually, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Let me say that.
You didn't even see it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about that film. I'm talking about what I did see with that concert.
Oh.
I actually did feel like it was a little too long.
I didn't think that the concert was too long when I was in the concert. No.
I did.
But I did feel like the movie was a little long, but there was stuff. She pulled some songs that I wanted to hear. The slow songs at the beginning were really like some of my favorite parts of the concert. So like when she's doing like I Care and like Rocket.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
and, like,
come on, Rocket.
Like there were like some deep cuts in there. Like she did Rocket, right? Yeah, like like records that like I just hadn't heard in a while.
Right.
And a lot of those got cut. The slower songs at the beginning got cut to add in room for not Dangerously in Love. No, that one, Drunken Love. Because
they called that the Dubai
version, the Dubai run.
Yeah, I love that. Shout out to the Hive. They follow their queen child. Good for them. I will go see it. I'm excited. But no,
I had to give her my opening weekend money. Me and Oko were going to go together, but Oko didn't want to go until this week, and I was like, I'm going to be a part of the dollars that give her that.
Listen,
opening week
and
money.
you are the next Giselle, so you did the right thing.
That's on that.
Good for you.
Real recognize real.
Say it again.
Real recognize real.
Hello. So that's that. All right, Nelly and Ashanti. Ashanti's pregnant.
Love that.
She's
for her.
43.
Love that for her.
He's 49.
Love that for her.
You know, they was together like 15 years ago. They broke up. They went their ways. And clearly they realized that the love of my life is not here. So they're back together. And like in a very coy way, they were at an event and they were standing up at some probably cookout. And he rubbed her stomach. And I guess that was there was a sign that they are pregnant.
Oh, yeah. That's exciting.
But what I want to briefly talk about is that, can we talk about how good Nelly teeth is? Him and Plies? Like their veneers?
I can't wait to go get my teeth done. That's the only thing I can't, like the minute I get a bag, the first bag I get, I'm going to get my teeth done.
Listen.
I might just put out my credit card.
I can't even tell you, like, Nelly and Plies are grinning when you don't even need to be grinning. And it's because their fucking teeth look so good.
Yeah, of course.
Their teeth look so good.
I want to be one of those people who cries like this.
Oh, he's crying. Crying, honey.
That's what I want.
Like, as one who's been grieving lately, if I had Nelly teeth, I would be grieving and crying.
The world is so hard.
Just grieving and crying. I thought you grieving. Why are you grinning?
I can't wait to get my teeth done.
So, yeah, I wanted to say that because I was like, these two niggas got some good teeth, and tell us your dentist, and do they take dental care?
They don't.
Child.
What?
Speaking of dental care, do you know I've read and heard that a lot of big dentists don't take insurance. So you have to pay cash.
I was going to say, Nelly's dentist only takes greenbacks. I was finna say that.
Yeah. That's interesting to me.
No, they said this is a cash business. You either got it or you don't.
Child. I mean, it's smart. It's also...
We don't take Section 8 up in here. We don't take Obamacare.
Shit, well, I may be wearing polygrip then.
We don't. Yeah,
fucking false teeth.
Yeah. Dental.
Florence
dams.
Henderson.
Yeah,
the polygrip commercial.
Yeah, bop. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be me.
Not up in here. They said no. We do real cash.
My God,
only. We do cash
that is
only.
funny. All right, so this is a topic for you because you wanted to talk about it, and I'm interested. Andre 3000. Have you listened?
Okay, so I didn't listen to Andre 3000's Flute album.
Okay,
but I did read Andre 3000's quote about being like 40 plus, wealthy, and not having anything to like rap about anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was depressing. I did find that to be depressing. Because I feel like there's like Jay-Z, there's Eminem, there's like Nas. People are still putting out albums and like good ones. You know, Snoop Dogg. People still putting out like records and doing cool stuff. Andre 3000 could say that, and I don't think he was saying he didn't say like I don't have any. He wasn't, I don't think, talking about like the other rappers when he was saying like he's like I don't think any of us have anything to say anymore.
Okay,
that wasn't necessarily the vibe that I picked up for what he was putting down.
Okay,
but it was a little depressing. I was watching Lil Wayne's response
to
Andre 3000's statement about not having anything to say. And Lil Wayne had a similar sentiment, like, that's depressing, like, you know, whatever. But what was wilder was Lil Wayne's fucking face. Did you see? Look at this.
It's Lil Wayne here, and this is another installment of Young Money Radio. Let's get it. This is Young Money Radio.
Am I just looking at his face?
Yeah.
Child, Weezy F, baby. Please say the baby. I'll tell you this, he's been eating a lot of salt.
Can you see him? He looks crazy to me.
Yeah, he looks like bloated. He looks like he got some sickness.
He looks a little sick.
He's sick and shut in. You want to have a moment for Wayne?
Yeah,
Let's pray for Wayne.
Let's pray for Wayne.
Father God, heal Wayne. Touch him.
Yeah.
Let him know you love him. If he's drinking too much syrup, put it down. Be a healer. And keep him. Because only he can. Because God is a keeper. And also, if he's eating too much salt, put it down. Let him know the garlic salt and the lemon pepper wings are ultimately going to do him in. And if he need Ozempic, because we be diabetic. My God, I felt that in the spirit. If he needs Ozempic, let him find a doctor. Amen. Carry on.
And that's that.
Carry on. Carry on, Jesus. I felt that one I really felt that in the spirit. Wait, one thing about I have a couple Andre 3000 stories.
Yeah.
So Andre lives in Venice.
Yeah.
He lives I can't say, I was almost getting ready to tell that man address on this. I was so talking to you in private that I was going to tell you his fucking address.
I would have bleeped it.
Because I know where he lives. So yeah, he lives in Venice in a very nice, actually, not even in like the gentrified part of Venice. He actually lives in like the hood part of Venice that is nice though.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's a nice little part of Venice that it got some like you'd be a crack house and then Andre 3000 house, literally.
That's LA.
That is Los Angeles. That's very much Los Angeles.
A very nice meal next to a very homeless man.
Very much so. So I've met him a couple of times. The first time was with our friends. We were in a Mexican restaurant. And when I tell you freaked out.
Stop using their names.
Oh, right. She freaked out because
it'll be me having to edit it out and he doesn't understand how much time it takes.
True. It's not going to take no more time. You know what? I'm not doing that.
Giving me more shit to edit out? Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
So we were there, and when I tell you she freaked out, and we were like, don't bother him, because I have had experiences with celebrities where they did not want you, and while they eating fucking cilantro and chips, they didn't want you to be walking up to them.
Yeah, that's fair.
She didn't give a shit. She did not do it, because we were like, don't. But ultimately, we learned that, because he did an article shortly after that he really likes that. He likes the interaction, which is why you will see people with him in Brooklyn taking photos. He's all about it.
Yeah.
So fast forward to a couple of years, I see him in Venice with that fucking flute on the sidewalk multiple times. So I don't know if he was preparing for this album or if he was in the midst of writing this album. But people trust and believe that Andre has been walking around Los Angeles. I have seen it with that fucking flute for at least 2 years.
Interesting.
So, and really an artist, like that's the thing that I also
Andre
want to say.
3000's giving art show. He's giving like,
Oh, definitely. Oh, and a very big buyer of black art.
I believe it.
Like, he's one of them ones. I know a couple
He's giving Solange.
Very much so. I know a couple art shows where he don't go to the openings, but he goes to the shows privately and buy art.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, like he ain't wanting to like take all the attention, because if you go to a black art show here in the L.A., people are going to know Andre. They're going to recognize Andre 3000.
Of course,
you know Andre Benjamin. So he does it after, but he's a buyer. So we like Andre 3000. I listened to the album, and it put me to sleep.
I want to talk.
I feel like that was the purpose.
Thinking of listening to albums. How do you feel about My House, the Beyonce song?
I find it to be, I've listened a couple of times since we've originally talked about it, you and I privately.
Yeah.
I find it to be black as shit.
Oh, it's so black. Blackest shit she ever put out. That's the blackest shit Beyonce ever dropped.
I find it to be catchy. And someone on Twitter said that she was giving...
That was for the...
What?
That was for the girls.
Only for the black queens.
It's for the girls.
I mean, she said, this is for you, and don't fucking ask for nothing else, bitch.
This is for you. She said,
this
I gave
is
you
for
this
you.
album, I gave you this tour, and then I just gave you this song. This is it. Don't complain.
Yeah, I would have... Someone said on Black Twitter or something that I thought was great.
Get the fuck up out my house. Fuck up out my house.
Someone said on Black Twitter that it is actually a great song to play when you want people to get the fuck out your house if you're having a party.
Of course.
Like when you turn that shit on, it's like go home.
Go home.
Go home. Go back to your man.
Or whoever.
Go back to your bitch. Go home. Go to your car.
Your cat.
Your kitty.
You have to get the fuck up out of here.
So yeah, I thought it was very cute. My thing though is what is this? Is this just a single, or is this like a lead up to something else that's coming?
I imagine it's one of the songs on part 2, act 2 of Renaissance. Or it's a throwaway from act 1. One or the other.
Also, how do she has the ability to like do so much? Because I've been reading that she was around the clock filming, editing Renaissance. Mm-hmm. You know what around the clock editing is?
I do know what around the clock editing is.
I heard that. I read what Miss Tina put a caption saying that Beyonce had spent only thing she was doing was showering at home and taking her children to school.
Yeah,
and coming back to the studio and editing and you know Miss Tina divorced, so she was there with her daughter. She don't got a man.
She divorced again?
Yeah, her and Richard. She's with
Lawson?
Yeah, they're not together.
Oh.
Yeah, so Shantae don't got a man at home.
Oh.
Not now.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I would not utter that if it wasn't true.
Oh, okay.
I would not utter that. But so because she's not with him anymore, I think that's why she was able to say in that caption, and I'd be there with her on a cot, with my child while she is recording and editing and all of that stuff. So my question is, how could she talk about leave my house and do this? Like, that's a lot of shit. Like, she's been editing nonstop and recording.
I mean, making
my house in the house.
When you're like, so like right now I'm gearing up to do an album.
What?
Right now I'm gearing up a deluxe version of an album, right? And I have all these songs that I'm thinking about dropping. Next year is going to be wild, bitches. Just wait.
Just wait. They that wait, honey.
You'll be looking
on the Lord, child.
If you were not tired of my face yet, you gonna be, bitch. But, so, these records have been done. They were talking about, these records have been done. My house probably got cut 2 years ago. It's probably been complete for a while. It's just sitting in a file. She's like, oh, let's put my house out. We got to add a song we're going to put a song on the credits. Let's make it a new song.
I get it.
And then I'm looking through the list of songs that I have to record from, and I'm like, okay, let's do my house. Let's do this one. And maybe that's because it's a lead single from the next project. Maybe it's because it's a scrap from the first one. Mm-hmm. That we felt needed to be out. It just didn't make the album cut. But let's make it yeah.
I get that. Mm-hmm. So next topic.
I kind of want this to be like sparkly.
I don't. Mm-mm.
I feel like it's like it being flat is throwing me off. Like it's because it's so sweet. I feel like I want it to be.
I like sweet.
I don't mind the sweet, but I want it to be like.
It makes me think of when I saw Rum Punch. It makes me think of our favorite restaurant that's no longer there, and their Rum Punch. Oh, good old Finn and the Feathers.
Finn and Feathers. That was a great spot.
It was a great spot. We had some good times there.
Yeah, some wings.
We really did.
Some martinis.
And then they had a shooting.
A couple shootings, I think.
Yeah, but one took them out there. And do you remember? Wasn't that you? It had to be you. And I
Yeah,
remember we
we
went there
went.
one time and they didn't scan us.
And then somebody got shot like that night.
Yes, and I remember saying to you like, well, this is the first time they didn't really scan us because this is a place where you could go to and they literally had to like pat you down because the niggas from the hood was there.
They was in there acting
on their
up.
dates and all. You could see the clientele and know that you were eating lemon pepper wings and you was coming from Slauson
They was acting up a little bit.
and Normandy.
They was.
And
But the wings was good.
Oh, the wings of the
And
good
it was
food.
wings and fries. It was like 5 wings and French fries for $5, and then the drinks were also $5. So you
Yes,
could have
happy hour.
You could have like 2 sets of wings and fries and 2-3 drinks for $25.
And
It was
their
worth it.
fried fish with grits. You didn't have that, but their fried fish and grits was top tier. Me and you know who had it one day.
God damn.
I know this gonna be fun. All right, Nicki Minaj, Miss Onika, her album is coming out. I will listen to it this weekend one time just to be able to say I heard it.
I don't want to say that I won't listen to it.
You'll listen to it. You won't?
Listen to Nicki Minaj's entire album?
Oh, are you not a fan?
I plead the fifth.
Amen. What does she call herself? Is it Monica Lewinsky or Nicki Lewinsky?
Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky, Nicki the baddest, Nicki the Harajuka Barbie, yeah.
I know that's right. You better be a barb for a minute.
A minute.
So tell me your favorite. Speaking, can I say mine? Because I feel like you know more Nicki. I'll imagine you know more her than I do.
I don't know why you think that. I'm not a child of the Nicki Minaj era.
Well, you know why I say that? Because I've said this to you before. And this is not an exaggeration. I do not know the gay nigga from 25 until 30 that in some way is not a Nicki Minaj fan or used to be a barb or stan her at one point.
You do. You know me.
I don't believe you.
I don't know why.
Now, see, let's just put it out there. I don't believe what you saying.
I don't know why.
I don't even
cool.
believe that. I actually
Nicki
think
is-
that Corey
I know
at
I'm gonna get in
21
trouble.
or 19 was a Nicki fan. I just don't believe that.
I don't like. It's not like I don't dislike. It's not like I dislike her.
Nah,
so
well,
this whole
maybe-
Nicki slot might just get cut. This
This is going great. Great day.
great day, amazing.
I love that you never know what you're going to get.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you really probably.
Oh God. All
Okay.
right, Diddy.
No, I
No?
got a different thing. So relationships are difficult,
You okay?
and one of the biggest things for me is like communication.
Let's talk about it.
It's one of the pieces that's like kind of like one of the hardest things I think to deal with.
Okay.
And so recently I'm trying to figure out how to know when to, because I'm someone who like when there's a problem, like I'm really quick to like nip it in the ass or like let's deal with it right now. There's an issue, let's deal with it. And that can make me very like confrontational and seems like I'm ready to go to blows for like the smallest thing.
Okay.
That's how that comes across. But I like it because nothing sits and festers and we can go and move on. We can just kind of like move on to the next topic. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Right?
Okay.
But I also feel like sometimes you need to know when to like not be an asshole, know when to like not like, sometimes it's not worth going to battle over.
It is
Sometimes
not.
you just have to give up. Sometimes you just need to like, you need to let it go and give it up.
Yeah.
And I really struggle with this line.
The gospel psalmist said, "Don't wait till the battle is over. Shout now."
Shout now.
Now.
So like I'm running into this.
God.
So like right now someone has upset me and I've explained that I am upset.
Okay. When does this happen?
A couple days ago.
Okay.
Someone has upset me. I've explained that I'm upset. And I played my part in the situation and I apologized for the part I played. And they were like, thanks for apologizing. But they've yet to apologize for the part that they've played. And so for the last few days, I've been sitting around pissy.
Come on, pissy. You know the children are saying pissy differently now. Like pissy's now is like pixie is like an explanation point. I am so like an excitement.
Pissy?
Yes. The children, the Gen Z are like, they write pissy in a strange way. Like if it's something good, they say like, oh yes, it's got me pissy.
Okay, that doesn't sound right.
Okay, listen. I'm
Young
only just telling you what the people say.
Young people, please.
Young people, if you
please
use the
answer
word
this.
pissy,
Please, if he is using that correctly, please confirm that down in the comment section.
Okay.
If he is not. Also, if you're enjoying the content, come like, subscribe, share, hit the notify button. Let your friends know.
let
grab
your
some,
friends know, child.
follow us at the Oko Coco Show, and just it's useful.
So continue though about your pissy.
So right now I'm trying to debate, we had an argument, me and this person.
Mm-hmm.
Do I bring it up again?
Right.
Because I am still bothered.
Okay.
Or do I get over it? I'll also say that for the last couple days, they've been messaging me.
Okay.
And I haven't been really engaging. And I know that must be coming off.
Right. Because you were waiting for what?
I don't know if I'm waiting for anything. I'm either waiting for an apology or I'm waiting for me to get over it.
But what were you getting over it? Looked like just shake yourself loose. Like Vicky Winen said, just shake and get off?
I'm just
as your good old Tay Swift said.
Shake it off?
Yeah.
Miss Mariah said shake it off. Miss Carrie.
But don't Taylor got a song called Shake It Off?
She do. But when I think of the Shake It Off, I think of Mariah Carey.
What is Mimi's Shake It Off?
You gotta shake it off.
Cause my love ain't oh yeah, of course.
Keep on playing
Mariah, I wish, honey. I wish that, you know what? I feel so bad. I feel so bad that's what should fucking come into my mind.
Yeah, that's surprising. Yeah, you are thinking of Miss Taylor Swift.
That's what should come into my mind. So I don't know why I thought of a good old Tay Swift. Child.
Yeah. Should chokehold. She's got a Tay-Tay's got us in a chokehold.
I hope not, Lord. Please unleash. I do some things, but I pray against that. But continue.
Yeah. So how do you deal with stuff when you're when you have a problem with something, are you able to just be like, you know what? I can write this off. I like this person, they matter. Let me not make a big deal of this, or do you have to deal with it and have to get to the crux of the situation?
Okay. Cuz I can be difficult when I want to be.
Oko can be difficult. Yes, he can.
I can be very difficult.
Yes, he can.
I can be very, very difficult.
He can.
Oh, let me say this. Well, first of all, I believe in taking accountability. So if I have offended someone, I'm the first to say I apologize. But I also ultimately know that when I offend someone, and I'm using that word, that's not saying that you offended this person at all. I'm using that. So when I offend, or if something's wrong where I have to apologize and something happened, because you ain't fucking just apologizing for whatever. Something went wrong and I feel bad about it. If I am I feel I could have done it differently. If I am at that point and I apologize, then usually my apology is all I am concerned about. Now, I'll tell you this, though. If I feel like the person should apologize to, if basically it's take two to tango, that we both said things or both things happened, then I'm not just going to apologize. I'm going to say we had a conversation. I said this, but bitch, you did that. I'm just going to call them out. I'm going to do my part, but then I'm also going to call them out. And if
what if they're just like, thanks for the apology? Thanks
for the apology, but then that's done. For me, that's my answer. That's my answer, because I've learned this with people. That people will accept your apology in their mind. They will accept it, but still, if they don't feel like they did anything, they won't give you anything. And sometimes sometimes things happen where you're not supposed to be told, I apologize, and you say, oh, and I apologize. See, sometimes it's just a one-sided offense.
Sure.
But if it was a conversation or something went down where both of you guys have something at stake and both of you guys said or did things that was could have been done differently, then you both should apologize. And if one is saying thank you and not saying shit, then that's an answer. And do you want that in your life? Do you want that? Because to me, that's a one-sided relationship. Because what that person is showing is that, honey, they'll take, but will they give? And I think that we have to be careful with that with people. Like sometimes, and I have had these experiences where I'm quick to apologize or I'm quick to try to make up or try to make right. And this person is stuck on thank you. Mm-hmm. That's an answer. That's an answer in itself. So I don't know if I think that it isn't fixable. But I'll also say it sounds like that person don't fucking feel like they did anything wrong. And if you feel like, if you can point to what you think they should be apologizing for, if you can point to it, and it's been a couple days, then you need to say that. And if then they don't apologize.
It's just been a few days and I haven't like gotten over it, which is letting me know that I'm not like.
Well, you haven't gotten over it, Corey, because you got to resolve it.
Well, no, I feel like some things you should just be able to get over. But like for whatever reason, I'm not just like over it.
Can I tell you something though? What I find with like when I get over stuff, only time I really get over shit is when usually I'm at fault. So I apologize, I feel a certain way, and then eventually I get over it. But if you're feeling like someone owes you something, there is no such thing as over. You can look beyond it, you can move on. But that ideal of getting over it, your body's kind of telling you you need to address it. So I think that the next step will be you maybe letting that person know what it is that they should be apologizing for. You get what I'm saying? Because when you do that, then you lay it all on the table. And when you do that, if they fucking say, I don't see it, or I don't know what you're talking about, then honey, that's an answer. That's an answer, honey. Because that happens too. You can show, it's almost like showing a dog is pissed and it's turning its head. You can show people, bitch, you did this to me. And they still say, okay. Interesting. Not saying that will happen with this person, but I am saying that I think that you're now at the point because you're still festering about it. You need to say your part, but you need to say your part in not apologizing. Say your part in what offended you. Because do you think that they should be apologizing about something?
I do.
Well, yeah, say that. Especially if you like them. If you like them. Now, if they just somebody unnecessary, child, go. Go. It's the end of the year. Go back. Go where you come from.
On to the next topic.
Bye.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because now, like, so it's like one, like, so there's this podcast that exists. And now it's a thing that, like, we do.
Yes.
So, like.
And now it's going to become a thing that people expect. People are going to look at to see, are we talking about them?
I didn't even really think about it like that.
Oh, no, people would do that. That's why I'm very, like, which is why anything you cut out is fine with me because there are things that I don't. There are things that I don't, I'm not willing to talk about on here because I know that it's one thing about Oko said or Corey said, but you fucking being able to see it on a fucking tape is a whole nother thing.
Be like, well, nah, so, bitch, I think that's what he said. I feel like we had
some good moments there, so I don't know if you cut that. I wouldn't cut that question.
No. I wasn't talking about just cutting it out. I just mean like, it's interesting, like having like a podcast and like, or like, it's like it's, Beyonce was talking about like being on tour and like they be on tour when they sick and they're on tour when they don't feel like being there and when they gotta perform when they don't feel like they're not exactly feeling it and da. And like I'm like it's interesting to make like I'm like okay, so like we've got a podcast and now like this that train is rolling, so it's rolling. And it's very intriguing. It's very different.
Okay, one more thing I like that Beyonce's a thread of this. One more thing about that. Because you didn't mention this. What about the Destiny's Child reunion? Tell me. Tease. You know I fucking love Latavia and Latoya.
And you know, like I don't.
I know you don't. You don't act like they exist.
So the couple minute, they
It's
might
just
have
a
been in
minute.
the movie. They're not in it for much.
minute?
Yeah, it's not much.
God bless us.
Like, yeah.
I heard though, Latavia recently did an interview with Carlos King. Carlos King is the one that was the producer of Housewives of Atlanta a couple years ago. Carlos King also has a podcast that is like very similar to ours. And he had he had Latavia Robinson on, and she said that a couple things she said about Beyonce. She said that Beyonce and her in the years in Destiny Child never got in a fight, so they never had an issue. She also talked about how it was so nice to reunite with all of them, and she said that even though
Beyonce did say that all 5 of them had never been together before.
yeah, because technically, like Calendria and Beyonce and the other 2 from Texas are all the original group. So good old Michelle, who by the way, Tanitra has put on her Instagram account, it says Michelle Bridgerton Williams. Kind of buying into how people talk about her singing bridges.
Oh, got it.
Okay, Michelle, he didn't get it, but
No,
it's funny, child. It's funny.
Get it.
It is funny.
Bridgerton.
Michelle,
I was like, was she on Bridgerton?
which is also funny too. She was not on Bridgerton.
That's what my brain was.
But that's what's funny about
I was like,
it.
did she have a single? Like there was like
Michelle. Michelle say when Jesus say yes, nobody can say no.
Was she on the Bridgerton soundtrack? Like I was trying to make it make sense. Got it.
No, I don't think so.
Ain't no bridge Michelle gonna cross.
Don't say that.
What? That's the phrasing. Ain't no shit. Ain't no what? That's a nice thing to say, right? I like Michelle.
I love Michelle. I actually love Michelle.
I keep telling Oko to stop talking about me fucking musicians because he's gonna catch me on here slipping, and it's gonna get me in trouble.
Oh,
with
you was
somebody.
gonna go gospel and say yes with Jesus with Michelle?
I like
you was gonna go to Atlanta and sing at the Potter's house?
God damn it!
Is that what you was gonna do? You was gonna give your life to the Lord?
All of the things that end up getting cut,
please.
it's gonna be when it's talking about musicians that I don't want to talk about
Child,
because I don't
please.
want to be in trouble.
Michelle said that on Terrell.
I used to say that a long time.
I love that.
I used to say tuh all the time.
Please. So
TUH. That was like
it's
my
great.
phrase. That
It's
was,
great.
It's interesting because you say tuh.
Emphasis. Tuh.
No, I say tuh.
Fair enough.
Tuh. That's funny.
So, all right. Saucy Santana. Because you know what? Just quickly, because I don't feel like you want to talk about it, and I don't really want to either. For some reason, I feel like we done went deep enough in a way. So there's another allegation against Diddy. The woman is saying that Diddy raped her when she was 17. She said that she was out in another state at a party, and one of Diddy's friends noticed her. He sent Diddy a picture of her. This was 2003. He sent Diddy a picture of her, or if he didn't send her a picture, because I don't think it was camera phones, he called Diddy to let him know that this hot girl was there at the party. She talked to Diddy. Diddy flew her. You know how they say flown out? He flew her to New York on a private jet where she went to a studio with him.
Love a peach.
Yeah, where she went to a studio with him, and she say that he, in the studio, raped her, and that he took her to the bathroom. He put her over. I
don't like the show being just about, I don't want to talk about fucking, I don't want to give platform to people who fucking suck. I don't want to do that.
So you don't want to talk about Diddy?
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, or just I don't want to, it's I don't want to go into some crazy set of allegations, fucking up my mood, fucking up the, no.
Does it bother you?
Yeah, I don't, it's just it's not what I want to talk about. It's not.
So what is it you want to talk about?
I don't know. I just don't want to talk about Diddy and the allegations. Yeah, he's rich and he sucks, and he's rich and he sucks. Okay, he'll be in court doing the rich and he sucks thing. I get it. I don't like dragging black men. I don't like being. It's like a bunch. It's just I don't like the negativity of it all. And even though it's truthful, or not that I don't believe women, it's not that. It's just heavy, and I like lighter content and lighter stuff, and talking about.
But I'm
Diddy
not going to be able to laugh for an hour, Corey.
No, I understand the concept, but we're not. It's not about laughing for an hour. That's not what I'm saying. But giving
because I do want this to have substance.
Giving platform to the negative, the vibe of I don't want to do that. I don't want to give Diddy more platform just to. I don't want to do that. That's not really what I want to do. Because I'm it's just it's depressing. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to sit around and be depressed. That's not what I want to do. Life is depressing all the fucking time. My own life is depressing. Like I have, life has like, what I mean? Life has real things going on. You have things going on, everything going on. I don't want to be like depressing. I don't want to have a show that, or it's not like, I don't want the show to be like it's like, and like we've hit enough dark topics on this episode already. Like I just don't want to talk about Diddy more. Like fuck Diddy. That's how I feel about Diddy. Fuck Diddy.
You want to talk about Saucy?
Yeah, let's talk about Saucy. I don't want to talk about Diddy. Yeah.
So from now on, no more Diddy talk?
Not that I don't want to talk about Diddy from now on out.
Is it just today?
Like, yeah, I'm just like I don't have.
Okay, but say that. Yeah, I'm just listening. I'm listening to you. I'm taking it in. I don't have nothing to say.
I just don't have the.
But I do think we have to talk about these things.
Sure.
So yeah, because I don't want to do frivolous. I'm not a frivolous person.
I don't want to do frivolous. I don't live
my life frivolously. So be very clear with that with me.
There's some version of me.
I want us to be able to wait because you say your side. I want to say mine. I want us to be able to. Because I agree with you. To be fair, let's to hear both sides. Because I listen to you. I want to be able to have levity, but I also want us to be able to talk about hot topics that people are talking about. And if they get a little deep, they get a fucking little deep. We grown men. We will talk about them.
But it's not like we have
Put on your big draws and fucking pull yourself together. Look at this camera. Tell these hoes how you feel and let's fucking move on.
It's not about like, it's less about like.
So what you're saying is what you're saying is that should we have a caps? Like should we do like maybe one heavy topic and the rest a little more lighter?
Yeah, like
every week?
It's like I can only do like so much heavy shit.
I get that.
And then I also can only give so much heavy shit. Like stuff that we've already given, like Diddy has already gotten spotlight. I mean, I've spent probably like 2 hours of my life.
I did ask you before I said you want to talk about
but
Diddy.
I just mean like I spent like some time.
I understand
of my life,
that, but I started this conversation out saying you want to talk about Diddy,
like editing Diddy like conversation and like looking at Diddy and thinking, it's like too much of my time is being spent on a guy who I don't think is great, who I don't want to drag, but who like I don't. It's like. There's so many other things to talk about. There's so many other things that I think that matter that like that like.
Well, you need to tell me something.
But I'm just like
you're not saying any.
Oh no, I'm just talking about like for like the like and like realistically and like we've spoken about how like I spend a lot of time on like the post production, so a lot of the pre-production things are falling on Oko. So like
Oko came prepared.
No. But I just mean like so like the topics and things like that, like that's like, very leaning on you. And so like, and I haven't spent much time doing that.
Right.
Over the week. I'm like, oh, this is something we should talk about. This is something we should talk about. But I haven't really like.
So from like going forward, would it be easier for you to like, if I like at the start of like, let's say Wednesday, send you the list?
Like, or not even like send me a list, but just like.
Because I know you like to be surprised.
If there's some way like, because if throughout the week, like when I'm mentioning topics, like please write them down. I'll do a better job of like trying to like write them down too. But like, because I want to talk about things that aren't just like of the matter today. Like I like talking about things that like will be interesting conversations in a year that'll still like the clips will still be relevant. Like the stuff is still like the kind of like when we talk about OnlyFans or sex work or we talk about.
Yeah, but I can't do that.
No. But that's like, that's like just an example.
Yeah, that's too stupid.
But I mean, like, it's not stupid.
It is actually stupid for me.
I don't think that it's stupid.
I'm not talking about sex with you every episode.
But I'm not saying that. But I also don't want to talk about Diddy every episode.
Well, that's fair.
So there's like a lot.
That's fair. I think that's fine.
I'm
not fucking talking about OnlyFans and bussies and cum dumps with you on the fucking episodes. Actually, that bothers me.
Well, like I said, I don't only want to talk about those things.
We're better than that. And when I say we, I can just speak for me. I'm better than that. I talk more. I don't even give you that in my real life. So I'm damn sure I ain't giving it to you on this camera.
But it's not about that. I just
And if the truth be told, everything that we've said today, we fucking talk about in real life. So I ain't gave you nothing that I wouldn't talk to you about every single day.
But that's something that I didn't say that you did. I
didn't say you said that. I'm telling you the truth of how this laid out.
That's a moot point because no one said that you did or did not say that. You just brought that up and no. What I'm just saying is that there's like a yeah.
Let's end this episode. So I cut you out. Let's end it.
Let's talk about Saucy.
I'm over it.
Let's talk about Saucy Santana.
Well, no, I do want to talk about Saucy. Good. And you know what I like this? Is that this is real life for us.
Oh yeah, this
is not us. This is every conversation with us.
This happened.
Hello. So I can truly let it all just do what it does. All right. Saucy Santana. I'm interested. I think this is a good closing. Saucy Santana was on a podcast with Mike Wiles. Is it Mike or Mac? I don't know these people's names. I think it's Mac Wiles. You know your name, child. Mac Wiles and Duvall Ellis,
I don't know who any of those people are.
Duvall Ellis is an actor that was on Tyler Perry's show, The Sisters, Sister Circle, something, one of them,
Sure.
on BET Plus.
Sure.
Where they have a new podcast coming out, and they pulled out like a teaser, and the teaser was they were asking about, do you want children? And
Okay.
Saucy said that, quote, if I had a kid, I wouldn't want my son to be gay. Not because nothing is wrong with it, but because of everything I went through. And I found it to be interesting. So I think really my question is, first, do we see where he's coming from when he say that? Like, acknowledging what he said. Is it hard being a gay black man or a gay man in this society?
I mean, it's definitely hard to be a gay man. It's definitely hard to be a gay black man. I think there's different degrees of its difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're like Saucy Santana is very like, kind of like, maybe let's go with the word girly or like bitchy, very like femme.
Femme is better.
And so I think that makes things a little bit harder, or it could, for their situation personally. I grew up as a gay kid, and it was not very easy. And I got called lots of names, lots of times, more times than I can count.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if like, no part of me is like, oh, I hope my kid isn't gay. That's not what my brain says.
Yeah, I don't think of it like that.
I don't think of it like that. Like, it's like if someone like, if the kid is gay, I'm like, okay, word. Like, I can actually help. I can help navigate this concept. I do know how to navigate in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
I think it actually sucks that he thinks that. I think that's pretty depressing that he feels that way.
I think it's a lot of trauma. I think
Yeah,
he just had some shitty stuff happen to him.
That's what I'm imagining.
Where he's just been afraid, and it's hard enough for him to where he just can't move himself out the way.
That's like saying like that's like saying like I'm a black guy and like I don't want my kids to have the experience of being a black guy. So maybe that's why. I wonder if that's why like some people be fucking like these white girls.
God.
Let me lighten up the bloodline.
Ugh. Well, they need help too.
Well, I think like I only because like that I've always struggled with the concept of like when it was like these like really like basic looking white bitches and like just like and guy like black guys and like versus like when it's like when black girls are with white guys, they're like fine ass white men and fine ass black girls. Like they're usually like just like the
Say that again.
I find that when black men are dating white women,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be like okay black
guy.
I
feel like they just settling
with like a dusty white bitch. But then like when it's like a black girl dating a white guy,
mm-hmm.
she's gorgeous and he is usually too. Or he is he is usually pretty cute and she is a 10-piece. And it'd just be black guys with like the most homely looking white women. But sometimes I wonder if it's because of now I guess with this I'm wondering, I'm like, oh, is that because of like some innate like issue with like yourself?
I think it's
trying to change that for your bloodline, trying to change your like trajectory.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Like your familial trajectory.
Yeah.
Like the same as like Saucy Santana not wanting a gay.
That's what I thought she was saying. Okay, so yeah, I think that I agree with you in the sense that I do think that it's clearly like him coming from a fearful place,
sure.
Which fears are. I read a book years ago that said that fears are like false evidence appearing real. There was like an acronym for fear. I think that's not all. I think that
appearing real.
Appearing real.
Interesting.
Yeah. Good old Eric Butterworth.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good one.
And I'll actually give you the book by Eric Butterworth. It's actually pretty good. He's a good spiritualist, and I really read to him a lot in my 20s. But I feel though that I understand that ideal of like, if it's hard, I don't want it to be hard for my child. If it's hard for me, I don't want it to be hard for my child. So I think that in that sense, I get what Saucy was getting at. But here's where I also agree with you and just my own personal opinion of it. I just want to love my child.
Sure.
Gay, straight, trans, being a product of people who I feel didn't always love me properly. I want to just love my fucking child.
Sure.
You can be yellow, honey. You can be trans. You can come out telling me that your body parts does not align with your fucking head. And I just want to be that parent. Because I had a father. I have a father who, when I came out, is gay at 21. He said to me one thing only. He said, hold your head up. Mm-hmm. He said, have no shame. Hold your head up. Mm. And to me, that was like a charge, because I felt like he was, through actions, showing me as a person how to love not only myself, but how to give love.
Sure.
So there have been times in my life where I present myself with you like this. Anyone in my life, at the basis of who I am as a person, it is an upright person, and allowing people in my life to know that they too are upright. I just go from that base in all things. And I am also that person that if I feel like you're being, or I have the idea that you are askew, I want to be the one to straighten you up and say, listen, keep your head up, child. Keep your head up. So where I feel for Saucy Santana, and I understand where he was coming from.
I don't agree with the sentiment at all.
I feel and I understand. I don't agree because I just want to be a better parent. That's really my thing. I just want to be a better parent. I don't want to be able to say that I even thought that you being gay was important enough.
I don't even know if I think of Saucy Santana's issue necessarily coming from his parents and the relationship they have as parents.
No, I'm listen, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
No. I'm saying I use my own parent, my own father as an example. When I said I want to be a better parent, I mean that I want to be a better parent to my child. So I wouldn't say that because it doesn't fucking matter what my child is.
Yeah.
I just want to be a good parent. So whatever it is, fill in the blank, I want to be that.
The idea of being a parent terrifies me.
Why does it terrify you?
I feel like a big kid with a credit card. Like,
do you pay your bills?
Sometimes,
okay.
But like I feel like I go to the store and like I will spend $40 on Pop Tarts and fruit snacks and chicken.
How many Pop Tarts are you buying for $40?
And I said chicken wings. And chicken tenders. That's $40. Mm-hmm. And soda, booze, and like I'm just like a big kid with a credit card. So like if all of a sudden I had like a life that like was dependent on me, I think like that would be really fucking scary. I don't know what I would even do. Like that's like I'm like, you want me to like keep you alive, and you want me to like the concept of being a parent is very strange to me. Now, mind you, like I pay to live in like Los Angeles. If I needed to put a crib in the fucking apartment, I could. Mm-hmm. If I needed to pay $100 more and go get a 2-bedroom and live in Torrance, I could. And have a room for another person to cost the same. You know what I mean? Like, It's not like I couldn't financially probably like afford a child. Mm-hmm. But the way my lifestyle is set up, it seems like a poor decision. I'm like trying to like get up the courage to like get a cat.
Yeah, you should get a cat.
I'm like, maybe if I can,
What would you name your cat? You want to say it on the podcast, or you just want to be surprised? When you get a cat, you tell us what the name is.
I think like if I was going to name a cat, I might name it Amex.
Amex, that's great. I love it. I love that.
I thought about naming my child Amex.
Oh yeah, don't.
And then
don't.
Which might let you know how like I'm feeling as like my. But isn't that a nice name, like Amex?
It's cute for a cat.
It's not a cute name for like a little boy.
No, I don't think so. I don't. Ask the people. Do you think that Amex is a cute toddler name? A kid, a name, not just a toddler. You get grown. You think it's a cute name for a person?
Amex Alexander.
That's cute when you say that together.
Thank you.
Okay. Amex. I think you know what? I don't think that's bad. I think you really shouldn't even said it because these
hoes gonna fucking take it. Yeah,
Kardashians are go sleep with a black man and you will have him.
And it'll be named Amex.
Amex Kardashian.
I think that's such a nice name. People are naming their child.
Somebody who's watching us in Georgia
is like, oh, that's a good one.
That's a good old name,
that's
child.
A good name, child.
I was sitting here watching these two queens.
These
and one of them said
on this show.
Amex. That's a good old name, child.
Like, like people name their daughter, they name their kids like, what is it, like Diamond and, Mercedes. I like Amex. I'm like, let
Shout out to the
let me name my kids some shit I don't have.
Diamonds.
I think that'll work, diamond,
I think that I haven't ever thought about.
I grew up with some kids and they were sisters and they were named Golden and Blessing.
You know what? And God is good.
And some names are really cool.
God is good. And he's good all the time.
Yeah.
Golden and who?
Blessing.
Golden and Blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Blessing or blessings?
Blessing.
Yeah, I don't think you would have asked on it.
Yeah, no, Blessing.
Blessing.
Golden and Blessing.
You know, what is it? People went to call it naming their children Nivea, which is heaven spelled backwards. That became a thing.
Oh, there's an artist named Nivea.
Don't mess with my man.
Don't mess with my man.
I'm going to be the one to bring it to you.
I'm going to be the one to give it to you.
I love that. I love that song.
Come my girls.
Don't mess with my man, honey. Find your own.
Only mine alone.
Find
Don't
your
mess
own.
with my man. I'm going to be the one to give it to you.
Give a little advice.
Here's a little advice.
Find your own man,
Find
honey.
your own man.
Find your own man, child. Come on, Nivea. We like you. We're fans.
I think Lil Wayne is her baby mom's.
You know what? That is very true.
I think he is.
And you think that's a good way to end? We pray for Lil Wayne.
We're gonna call it a prayer.
That was a prayer. I felt that in the spirit. And keep that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep the Lil Wayne prayer.
The real Lil Wayne prayer is good.
Oh, the Lil Wayne prayer is probably my favorite part of this episode.
I could tell that.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of the episode.
I could tell that.
Without question. Without question. My favorite part of the episode. I can't.
You want to end it?
No, we need to do fucking. Well, yes.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. This is Late Nights with Oko and Coco, episode 4.
Episode 4.
In the can. Okay? Mm-hmm. We'll be back next week talking about new shit. It might be the Christmas episode.
Who?
It might be our Christmas episode.
Next week? That soon? Oh, well, you know what? Christmas is before you know it.
So if that episode airs when it should, that should be the one that airs on Christmas.
Well, we gotta go get festive.
We're gonna have to get we're gonna get festive. We're gonna next episode is gonna be a little festive.
And we're gonna do all Christmas topics.
Christmas topics. Maybe. We'll see. I guess we'll see what we can go with as far as Christmas topics are concerned. But until next time.
Ciao.
Stay fabulous. This is Late Nights with Oko and Coco.
Bye.